now that you've increased your commitment to religion, how would you say aspects of your life has changed? I can see that you have this strong positive outlook. Has it always been that way? Did that grow in the last 2 years? Like, what has been the biggest evolutions in yourself in the last 2 years?
Man. Yeah, I mean, are you saying like how Christianity has kind of like impacted my life? Is that what you're kind of saying?
What do you think are the biggest things you could take away from Christianity is improve your life?
I mean, every day is something I learn new. And I think the biggest thing is like someone is with you. Someone is there on your side. And I think the biggest thing as well is like, I've done some messed up things in my life. Probably not like to the degree of some other people, but like in my own sense, like I've done some messed up things. Like, I don't know. I mean, pornography is a big thing, and I'll be transparent. Like that's a trouble. That's hard. But I mean, there's just a savior out there that's like, hey, I see you in this. I'm going to take up that sin that you had, and I'm going to put it on the cross with me. And so that this no longer defines you anymore. And so being set apart from that, it's just the freedom from guilt, right? You don't want to live your life where you're just like have all this baggage on you when someone else can just take it and put it on a cross, so you don't have to wait, like hold on to it anymore. If that makes sense. That's how I view it. Every day, even though like sometimes I sin, I still fall into sin all the time. And you can't live a perfect life. But it's just sometimes like, oh, I had this sin. It's like, oh, I'm going to like, it's more baggage. It's just weighing me down. But then when you come to the feet of Jesus, right? Like, he's like, oh, let me take that off of you real quick. And put it right up there. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just freedom now. Like, oh, I can stretch my back now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like bogged down from this stuff. And so just the freedom from guilt and like, just embracing that almost like just have freedom, right? You're gonna slip up, and that's just the way it goes. No one lives a perfect life except Jesus. So just the freedom from guilt, and then also just like like I kind of mentioned too, just I think it's also helped me just look at the little things that you can appreciate. And that's what kind of keeps me going, keeps this positive attitude, just looking at the little things that are really impacting your life, I'd say, and just are super good things like family, friends, even in the midst of a tough event. So
wow. So you feel that with religion you're able to take this weight off your chest, that you can kind of let loose a little bit more because you're not living with the guilt of the sins you've committed in the past, but you can there's room for improvement. You can look back at your old self, improve yourself, and not worry about the things you've done in the past.
Yeah. And it's not like, religion shouldn't be treated like, oh, if I get part of this, my life's going to be better. It's not. Life's not better for me. It's like, there's still hard things that I face, but now I have something that will remove the baggage from me, or have someone that can remove the baggage from me. It's just freedom to go about your day without having to worry about these past things that you did, and like trying to fix them and wage war against them every single day, constantly trying to fight this off when it's like so like in your mind, like you're going to end up doing it anyway because you're just thinking about it so much. So consistently trying to fight it doesn't work, and just kind of just laying it out for Jesus to take up. It's like, it's basically like a start over every single day. Like I get breath every single morning. Like that's one thing to be thankful too. Like you wake up, right? Some people like, I always look at the hospital over there because there's some people that are like, may not wake up tomorrow.
So close to us too.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they probably dreamed of this opportunity that we have, so, also looking at that from that perspective, I think is a big thing for me. Just back to that, like that's so impactful for me because there's so many people in the hospital bed that like are dying, right? Like they're just going through so much and they can't have an opportunity just to be at home with their family, right? And like we get this opportunity and we're just being ungrateful for a bad homework assignment. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put it into perspective. Like look at these blessings that you have when there's some people that pray for that stuff and like are wishing for that stuff every single day, and just hoping for a second chance to live. You know what I'm saying? So it's just putting it into perspective almost. And it's definitely my motivation to look at that hospital every single day because I could be there, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just thankful that like, oh, I wake up in a dorm room at Michigan, you know what I'm saying? It's just a good vibe and just a good blessing overall. So